start to the vlog, Vinny, thank you. So noisy. Okie doke. So, good morning everyone. Today is Sunday and it's the last day of the foraging week. Well, not the last day for me, but sort of the last day I'll be filming it. And I haven't quite decided yet if I want to do more vlogs. Maybe less often, but more than I was doing originally. This is the forage this morning. We've got quite a lot of grass here, so that's good. Grass, dandelions, bit of clover, and some yarrow. So I'm going to share this out between them, and I will go feed them. Not sure how I'm going to carry this down. They're all sunbathing. Aww, that's lovely. I'm about to write a feeding plan of what I would feed a typical week full of vegetables, then a week with mostly or all foraging. Now I've got a sort of list of what I documented, some things throughout the week. What I've done is just set out veg as though I were not feeding any forage. So here, for example, all of this is 1 day of guinea pig veg with no forage. So without collecting any forage, this is what I would feed them. Now obviously it varies from day to day, but this is just an average. And over here is about a day of rabbit food. Again, just an estimate, not necessarily exact, changes every day, but just in general, this is the sort of amount I'll be looking at for a day, possibly a bit more. So then over here, we have the rabbit food that I've used this week, 1 whole week. This pretty much equates to what I was feeding in a day. So I think that's pretty impressive. Now I don't have any kale, but I've sort of just added more cabbage to represent kale because we ran out of that. But apart from that, this is what I have fed to them this week. And this is what I've fed to the guinea pigs in a week. That is a day of guinea pig veg. This is 1 week, including forage. And this is only because, I mean, we only have this much anyway because there were some days we couldn't get out and forage, so yeah, I guess a realistic week. It's mainly made up of bell peppers because they need the extra vitamin C. I was a bit worried that they wouldn't get enough from the forage. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of more natural sources of vitamin C for them, but I just wanted to make sure they're getting extra. So I have been feeding about a bell pepper a day. Then this is just other veg from days where we couldn't get forage. So yeah, I can't believe it really. I mean, I should probably swap them around just to show the difference. So 1 day versus 1 week, and 1 day versus a week. So yeah, I'm really shocked, and I just think this is a really interesting comparison. I think I had to set it out like this just to actually realise how much has been spent on veg, and it's really quite shocking and kind of scary to think we go through so much. I mean, think of this times 7, that's what we'd go through in a week. I mean, I don't even want to think of that, because I guess when you're just feeding them every day, you don't think about it, you just think, oh, I'm just giving them another meal, but it all adds up. So right now I'm just going to be doing a quick conclusion as to what I thought about this whole week, my thoughts, and just what I've learnt really. So I would say that this has been a really good experience for me. I've got to know what different plants are, and it's so much more easy to identify now. I think you've got to give yourself a bit of time to learn about the different plants and identifying them, and at first I had no clue. I was stressing out and constantly checking the plant against different books and things, but I think now I'm really confident in what I'm feeding them, and you just need to give yourself that time to understand and learn a bit more about that. Now, I think that it's really great for getting outdoors and getting fresh air, and I know that sounds a bit silly, but you know, it's just good to get outdoors and have something to do. And I think my guinea pigs and rabbits really loved having the difference in their diet and just the variety. It was really rewarding to go out and collect things for them and watch them enjoy it. I think that's something really special, and I guess this whole sort of video vlog series was kind of just to encourage you to get out and, you know, go and see what you can find and collect, even if you're just getting like a few branches here and there or a few dandelions. It's just good to know that you are getting something to supplement their diet with, and I'm definitely not asking you to do what I do and copy what I do and go out all the time and feed them on all of this forage, but really what my intentions are is just to encourage you to maybe get, like I say, a few dandelions, a bit of plantain, and just watch them enjoy it and just go out and collect these things. I would say the main benefit is saving money. We've saved so much money feeding mainly forage, and it's just really cut down the cost a lot, which I think is really great because veggies can get expensive, really expensive when you've got a lot of animals, and it's kind of a lot of money just to be spending on food for them. And obviously I want to provide the best for them, but sometimes it can get a little bit too much, so it's definitely helped to cut down and save a lot of money. I suppose the difficult thing is if you don't have a dog and you're not going out anyway, then it is kind of hard to find the time to go and collect the forage, because it can take a lot of time to go out and search for different things and get enough amount. But we walk Vinny anyway, and I suppose since we're going out anyway, it doesn't really take up much more of our time. So I suppose, yeah, if you're not really going out anyway, then it can take up quite a lot of time. But on the contrary, it is good to get outdoors and just give yourself that time to go out and just kind of do something. So yeah, I suppose there are ways around it, and yes, it does take a lot of time, but if you're going out anyway, then I suppose it doesn't really take much time at all. And the great thing is they can get virtually all the vitamins and minerals they need from the plants, and obviously it's more healthy for them because it's what they would naturally be eating. I really like to mimic their natural diet where possible. I know we can't feed them the exact same plants and everything, but just as close as possible to ensure that they'll be healthy. I have only really been supplementing with peppers, and this is just to ensure they're getting enough vitamin C, but I'm pretty sure you can get enough vitamin C if you feed the right plants containing high amounts of vitamin C. But just to be extra careful, I have been feeding bell peppers and a few of the vegetables here and there when it's been too wet or we haven't been able to get out and forage. So will I be carrying on with this? I will probably not be carrying on with the video series, but I may still do vlogs, and I just think that it was a good experience to share with you, and you could sort of learn along the way with me. And yes, I will be carrying on foraging as much as possible. I think that I will still be feeding some vegetables here and there, but just not as much as I was a few weeks ago when I was feeding pretty much all vegetables. But yeah, it's definitely made me learn that I can cut down a lot, and it's a really good way to save money too. What I will be doing is weighing them all, making sure that they've maintained a good healthy weight. If they've lost weight at all, then I know I need to be feeding more amounts, but if they've maintained a healthy weight, then I know that I'm doing it all okay. I finished doing all the health checks, and the good thing is that they have not really lost any weight overall. They have either maintained weight or gained weight, so I'm really happy. I was worried because obviously I didn't think forage would really, I don't know, I just for some reason thought they would lose weight, but I'm really happy to know that they've maintained their weight. They're just out here now in the pen. Oh. So I'm feeding the rabbits and the guinea pigs fresh food today because we have so many leftovers. Now, I did say the guinea pigs have maintained or gained weight, whereas I only managed to weigh Piper because Big Wig's really hard to get in the scales, but and Piper has lost weight, so I will have to weigh Big Rig as well and see if he has, but it's just a good indication as to how much I should be feeding them. I have to say they haven't really been given as much to the rabbits because I thought obviously there's only 2 of them, but maybe I need to give them large quantities, so obviously that's something to learn. I really need to clean up in here because it's so messy.